Hi, fans. Thanks for joining us today. Today, we have our weekly chat with Director of Athletics Brent Jones. Brent, thanks so much for joining us today. And let's jump back into it here. One of the things we're all excited about is that football student athletes are back on campus. That's great news for everybody here. What do the protocols and procedures look like for that with our student athletes?
Well, obviously, thanks for having me on, Kyle. It's always great to be able to speak directly to our fans, as we have a lot of exciting things going on. But obviously, June 1st, we were able to welcome back, per the NCAA, we were able to welcome back our scholarship football players. And we spent 2.5 months putting together this really robust and detailed return to practice plan, working with our great university as well as our great medical team, led by Dr. Jeffrey Dugas, who sits with the Andrews Clinic. But also he is the COVID-19 chair person for the advisory for the Sun Belt Conference, as well as he sits on the medical council for the NCAA. So we deem a lot of great information from him, and then working with our staff. And so it really was about a 2.5 month process, but we welcomed our football scholarship players back June 1st. They went through a baseline coronavirus test the first week, as well as they went through physicals, NCAA policies, manuals. I had a chance to speak with them. Chip and his staff had a chance to speak with them, and then really just going over the different protocols, procedures that we have in place for them, such as social distancing, wearing of masks. Their health and safety is paramount to us, as well as our staff and coaches. And so limiting groups of no more than 15 at a time, and then making sure that we're disinfecting the weight room immediately afterwards as part of this. And so, we have a very, very good plan in place. And I think, our student athletes could see that.
And we're less than 3 months away from football season officially kicking off on September 5th, right here at the vet against Arkansas Pine Bluff. One of the things we're looking forward to is football itself, but also having our fans back in the stands joining us for athletic events once again. What might some of those modifications possibly look like for our fans this upcoming year?
Well, I'll tell you this. The last 2 weeks, we've sold over 1,000 season tickets. It's been outstanding support from philanthropic natures with our development group, as well as with our season tickets. I think fans are really, really excited. Our numbers are tracking almost identical to what we had last year at this point. And last year was the highest number we had sold in a long, long time. So fans are very excited about that. However, with that being said, we're at 100% capacity right now. We will work with state and local officials to see if we need to modify that. We're running different models to see if we do need to modify that. But again, what I'd like to let all of our fans know is right now we're at 100% capacity. We will probably have some social distancing sections inside the stadium, but we'll also have reserved seats. We want to make this as fan friendly as well as safe and healthy for all of our fans. So if you prefer a reserved seat or the ability to be able to sit in a social distancing section, we'll be able to have that for everybody. We're working with our vendors as well as our concessionaire on grab and go items, pre-wrapped, pre-packaged items as part of this. And so the good news is we have about 80 days. I've contacted with all the Sunbelt ADs as well as SEC officials, Conference USA, as others, to really have a best practices formula on what we're going to be able to do. And I will tell you this, we expect to have football in the fall with fans in the stands, and we'll make sure that we keep our student athletes as well as our fans safe and healthy.
Reminder, season tickets can be purchased online at troytrojans.com/tickets. All your options available there. But staying with football, two announcements here recently. The Trojans will travel to Iowa in 2024 and then back to Missouri in 2026 to the Show Me State there. Talk about those games, and also how does that tie into the football scheduling philosophy as a whole?
Well, one is it expands our brand. That's the first thing, Kyle. It expands our brand. It gets us out of the South. Now you're more in the Midwest region. And so to be able to expand your brand on the SEC network as well as the Big Ten network, that really helps. Those are national networks there, as well as it's a revenue generator. These are the two highest revenue games we've ever had, our guarantee games we've ever had in school history as part of this. And so first time we've ever played Iowa. It's going to be very, very exciting to be able to go out there, as well as we have a long history with Missouri, playing them last year, as well as our iconic game where we beat them almost 15 years ago inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
And staying on the discussion of schedule, let's talk about our other sports as well too. What is the scheduling philosophy for all of our athletic teams, and is there a regional focus that goes into that as well?
Well, Kyle, I will tell you this, especially with the coronavirus and how it has developed over the last 3, 4 months. I've worked with all of our head coaches and really asked them to look at a 4-hour radius. And you can receive, we're such a great location from Georgia to Tennessee to Florida to Alabama, Mississippi, and even into some parts of Louisiana to be able to have that. And so we're really going to go from a regional aspect. The Sun Belt Conference has helped us with that as well. So we're excited about being able to possibly have some great rivalries come back. You know, we already play UAB all the time. Obviously, we play South Alabama, who's in our conference, but really looking at some of the other schools that we can really renew the rivalries and make it a regional. That's the whole point of this. And whether it be soccer, softball, volleyball, as well as football, men's and women's basketball, we're looking really hard at trying to have a regional footprint for our teams. Our women's basketball team just signed to play a game at Mississippi State. What Shanda Rigby and her staff continue to do is simply outstanding. Our volleyball program is looking at being able to play a lot of teams in state of Alabama, which is exciting to see. So yes, our coaches have really picked up that baton, and we're excited about the opponents that we will go to, as well as that we'll be able to host at Troy.
Be remiss if we didn't touch on this next topic here. There's an ongoing conversation through our nation in regards to race right now. Have you or others in the athletic department been able to be part of conversations with our student athletes and talking about those issues, but also how collectively we can be part of the solution?
Absolutely. 2 weeks ago, Alexis Garrett, who is our outgoing SAC president, SAC is our Student Athlete Advisory Committee. I like to call them the leaders among leaders. Each sport as well as cheerleading is represented in this. She reached out to me 2 weeks ago via email, and we were able to have a direct conversation, and we spoke that Monday and initiated a SAC conference Zoom call with about 20 of our leaders to be able to have a true conversation and ask them for permission with their guidance to be able to have a full student athlete as well as all of our head coaches Zoom call, which we hosted about a week and a half ago. We have roughly about 350 student athletes. I believe we had over 200 student athletes or participants on this call. And it was a very open dialogue. And the thing I wanted them to hear about is Troy University is an amazing place. We're going to keep them safe and healthy from the coronavirus as well as from racism and the social injustice. Alexis Garrett led that conversation. And then also to be able to have the resources that we have here at Troy University with Dr. Derek Brewster in student life and also with the Dean of Students, and then also with Leah Brundage, who is a 2-time graduate of Troy, played softball here, is also as our Director of Compliance, works in life skills and with SAC, to be able to have those conversations with them. But the main point that I wanted to reiterate is we're going to be part of the solution here, as well as we're going to be great partners with our teams, as well as with our student athletes, and then we're going to be able to keep them safe and healthy. I've asked the SAC, which is our Student Athlete Advisory Committee, within the next 30 days to really put a very comprehensive and robust plan together that they would like to see happen over this upcoming year. And we're excited about that. We're also excited to be able to work with Troy University and the resources that this great university has under the leadership of Chancellor Hawkins and the visionary leadership and what he's been able to do. I'm excited about really being able to bridge and bring everybody together for the betterment of our society as well as Troy athletics.
A new term that's been brought up here recently is a food raiser, not a fundraiser, but a food raiser. Let's talk about what that event looks like and how fans can support the Trojan Warrior Fund, but also enjoy some delicious Hooks barbecue this upcoming Saturday on June 27th, that is.
I'd never heard of a food raiser before. I think it's a great name as part of it, but obviously it's you can get great food for a great price and help a great cause. And it's $40. It feeds a family of 4 or friends of 4, and it's a pound of pork, a pulled pork. It also you have 2 sides: baked beans, potato salad. You have cake, as well as you have bread, and they're amazing barbecue sauce. You can pick it up. It's $40 with some of the proceeds going to the Trojan Warrior Fund, which help all of our student athletes, all of our coaches, and Troy Athletics is part of it. And then a unique twist about it is it's a drive-through. It's on campus right outside the Stadium Club from 11 to 1. And so we'll have different coaches out there. I think all of our head coaches are going to be out there, as well as with T-Roy. You can take pictures and they'll be safe. They'll be able to deliver it to you. And so it's just a fun way to engage with our fans, but also to be able to bring in revenue that we need to help our athletic department.
And for our fans that live outside town, if you're not able to make it on Saturday, June 27th, or if you're going to be out of town for another reason there, you can still be a part of that. Go online to troytrojans.com/tickets. You can purchase that, and we can actually have that donated to families in need in the local area here if you're not able to take care of the food yourself there. So another opportunity for everybody to be involved as part of that. Another thing coming up here for us soon is a return back to more events. An annual event that our fans always look forward to is the football kickoff party, more affectionately known as Drawdown. What event, or rather, what updates can you have about that event as well as others to come in the future?
Well, three events right off the top. We have the food raiser, but then I'm excited to announce, and over the next 2 weeks, we'll probably make these announcements, but Football 101 is we're going to have it. We're going to be able to do some modifications as part of it, and we thank Jones Medical and what they're able to do with the title sponsorship of that. That is probably one of our most fun, engaging events that we have as part of it. And so Coach Lindsay and his staff, as well as your staff, Kyle, being able to put that on is great. And so those details will come out. But then also to be able to have the Chip Lindsay Golf Tournament, which we've pushed back to August, if I'm not mistaken. And so that's going to be a fun time up at Wynn Lakes. And so those details will come out. But then also really thinking about the football appreciation party, the Drawdown, moving it out of Trojan Arena and moving it onto the field, Larry Blakeney Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium, underneath the lights on a on a Saturday night, August 22nd. We'll have all the details coming out, but we think this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We'll have stations set up possibly in the south end zone as well with some lawn furniture, but it's really going to be it's almost like our first game day. And so we're going to ask people to come on out there, wear their game day attire. We're going to have some great food as part of it, and it's really be a chance. You can still social distance, be out on the field, take pictures, and so we're excited about that, and those details should be coming forthwith.
Again, more details about all those events will be housed online at troytrojans.com. So keep your eyes peeled for those information to come up there very soon. One final note as we wrap things up here, we've had some great All-Americans announced here as of late. On the baseball side, we had 2 individuals named All-Americans, but most recently, Carlton Marshall from football, former walk-on, now named a first-team preseason All-American. How impressive is that for Carlton and his story, but also, too, for his entire team?
In-state product. We were able to get, as you said, walk-on, who's earned every single thing as a team leader. We have him for 2 more years. He's really going to be the anchor to our defense. I'm so excited for him. Coach Lindsay talked about him being a captain on and off the field. And so his story is what you all want, to really be able to have that. And so I'm so proud of him being an All-American, a preseason All-American, no less, which is even more impressive for what he's able to do. And so we're really excited about that. We're excited about football season coming back, but what he's able to do and be able to expand our brand. And now people are taking a look and stock in Troy football.
So fans, get those season tickets. You can go online to troytrojans.com/tickets, or you can give us a call at 334-670-3681 to support Carlton Marshall as well as the entire football program this upcoming year. Brent, thanks so much for the time today to provide this update to our fans. And fans, remember, too, to stay tuned to troytrojans.com for more information about all those events coming out here very soon.